Imagine a ritual that guarantees an election victory, secures limitless financial abundance, or completely reverses time's constraints to allow you to see every future event before it happens. If you scroll through social media today, you will see a lot of content treating Yakshini sadhana, a specific branch of tantric practice, like a quick occult hack. These creators often frame it as a simple spell to summon ghosts or demons from the underworld to do your bidding. But the ancient texts describe a different reality. Yakshas and yakshinis have zero connection to the Pretalok, the realm of ghosts. They belong to a distinct dimension that exists alongside our own, acting as the ancient, localized protectors of nature and the elements. For millennia, these entities have been worshipped as physical givers of wealth. Their power is deeply tied to the land itself, to rivers, forests, and the raw material abundance of the physical environment. However, you cannot extract their power through a simple transaction. To access a Yakshini's abilities, you must invite her into your world by forming a literal, binding relationship. Treating a lifelong tantric contract like a digital trend is reckless. Engaging with these rituals without understanding the rigid rules of the contract invites devastating consequences into your physical life. To understand how yakshas operate, you have to look at their chain of command. These entities are not independent rogues. They function within a strict, highly organized divine bureaucracy. The overseer of the yaksha realm is Lord Kubera, the god of wealth. Any material prosperity, precious gems, or financial windfalls granted by a yaksha must be authorized through his office. Even Kubera answers to a higher authority. As a principal servant of Lord Shiva, Kubera only acts with Shiva's direct permission. This divine chain of command is the only way a yakshini can manifest her power in our world. Within this regulated system, different entities offer specialized abilities. A practitioner might invoke Jaya Yakshini to secure a specific political office, or Danda Yakshini for immediate wealth accumulation. More advanced practitioners seek Karna Yakshini, who merges the past, present, and future into a single point of total clarity. Those who successfully bind her are given the exact details of any event whispered directly into their ear. Accessing these world-altering powers requires navigating this complex hierarchy. To move a yakshini out of her realm and into yours, you must provide a reason for her to stay. This specific reason is the actual relational contract. The practitioner must consciously choose a specific human dynamic, mother, friend, or wife, to bind the yakshini to their daily life. Invoking the yakshini as a mother is the safest route. In this form, she acts as a nurturing protector over your current life and guarantees that after your death, you will be reborn as her child in the yaksha realm. Alternatively, you can bind the entity as a friend or servant. This dynamic is transactional. It allows you to command specific tasks, provided you maintain strict relational boundaries and mutual respect. The most perilous bond is invoking the yakshini as a wife or lover. She arrives in peak youth and overwhelming, flawless beauty. This bond brings the most immediate rewards, but carries the highest risk to the practitioner's mind. This dynamic relies on the law of resonance. The entity tests your true intent. A 65-year-old man cannot successfully invoke a teenage yakshini as his wife because the spiritual husband essence required for that specific frequency is absent. This correlation exists because the closer the relationship, the more fully the entity must abandon her own realm to reside in ours. A wife yakshini brings the most power because her presence is constant, but this proximity turns your own mental stability into the only thing holding the contract together. This brings us to the non-negotiable first rule of yakshini sadhana. An experienced guru is mandatory. You cannot survive this practice through internet tutorials. You need a guide from an ancient lineage to manage the entity's presence. The vows you take require unwavering physical discipline. If you succeed, certain things are banished from your life forever. Even a single drop of alcohol or the use of tobacco instantly shatters the bond. Retreating once the contract is signed is a massive financial hazard. If a practitioner gets scared and decides to abandon the entity after receiving wealth,
the Yakshini will strip away double what she initially provided. The toll of the lover bond is especially severe. If the practitioner loses mental focus during the rituals, or is merely distracted by her supernatural beauty, she will drain his physical vitality and slowly drive him to madness. Succeeding in this path requires a life of total submission to the entity. It is a rigorous spiritual marathon, where your physical discipline is the only currency the Yakshini accepts. True material and spiritual wealth requires profound respect for these ancient protectors of nature. Stepping into their realm without unwavering discipline and pure intent guarantees total ruin.